For the first time in its history, the U.S. Navy has a female special operator. She graduated from the Navy's grueling 37-week special warfare training program to become a combatant craft crewwoman. The commander of Naval Special Warfare celebrating the achievement, saying becoming the first woman to graduate from a Naval Special Warfare training pipeline is an extraordinary accomplishment, and we are incredibly proud of our teammate. NBC News Pentagon correspondent Courtney QB joins me now. So, Courtney, if our viewers are wondering why we're being shady and not naming her, the Navy isn't identifying this female sailor. That's a routine military policy for special ops forces. But what do we know about her?
Yeah, that's right. We know virtually nothing about her, to be honest with you, Allison. It's not just us being shady, and it's not for lack of trying. It's not because we haven't been asking the question. Tell us a little bit about her. And This is something that we've struggled with in these stories in the past. But there have been some times where we've had special forces. There were several women who graduated from Ranger School a couple of years ago. I think it was 2016, if I remember correctly. And we were able to do stories. We were able to talk to them, put them on camera. But in this case, when you have something like the Naval Special Warfare, people tend to think of them, colloquially as the SEALs. They are very, very specific about not talking about their identity. So we don't know much about her. I can tell you a little bit about the community, though. She is not the first woman to try to go through this training. She is the first woman, though, to complete it. And it is a grueling 37-week course where she had to go through training to and complete and pass this very difficult testing that included learning how to, or included firing weapons. It included driving some of these very specific boats. Basically, what she will be responsible for as the Special Warfare Officer, they call them SWCs, SWCC. As a SWC, she will be responsible for taking the SEALs into locations and taking them back out. So infiltration and exfiltration of SEALs. She'll be doing it primarily on boats. For now, though, we can't tell you much about her personally. We don't know her age. We don't know anything about, we don't know her name. We don't know anything about her background, but we are trying to get more about her, Allison.
Oh, this is just fascinating. It adds this element of mystery to it, Courtney. It's kind of exciting trying to figure out who she is and what her story is. You talked about this special warfare training being difficult and competitive. The Navy says only about 35% of all of its trainees make it to graduation. Tell us more about her new job. I know you touch on some of her responsibilities, but tell us more about this whole process. And are there any other female candidates in the pipeline? Could we see more unnamed women graduating soon?
We probably will. I mean, so in 2016, then Secretary of Defense Ash Carter opened up all combat positions to women. Before that, women couldn't even try to do this. So in that time, there have been about 18 women who've come forward who've tried to go through, whether it's this to be a SWC or to actually be a Navy SEAL, what they call BUDS training. She's the first woman to complete successfully this training. There are 3 other women who are in the pipeline right now. We have no idea where they are in it, if they're towards the end, if they're towards the beginning. But as I said, there have been women who have tried before and have not been able to complete it. So the reality, though, is the fact that we have the first one here, we will see more women go through this. Eventually, we will see a woman who will go through BUDS and she will complete it. We probably won't know her name either, but we will try. And it's one of the truly frustrating
I know
things,
you will.
It's one of the, so many times I come and talk to you, Allison, and the stories are difficult. It's bad stories. But here you have a woman who, she must be pretty remarkable to have made it through this training. And, and to try it in and of itself and then to actually make it through. And all you want to do is celebrate it and you want to talk about it and you want to learn about her and you want to hold her up and to show other women what they can do and what they can be capable of. But we can't really do much. We can't really do much other than to say she went through it. Eventually that will change, I'm sure. But, as I said, in this new job, she will be working closely with Navy SEALs. She will most likely get into some very difficult and dangerous situations in this job. So she had to be trained. She went through the exact same training and exact same course that the men did. And men have a difficult time completing this course as well. So it's really something to be celebrated that we saw a woman go through this. And I do feel confident that, this has been now 5 years that women have been trying out. I feel confident we will see our first female Navy SEAL in the near future.
Well, I hope we eventually find out who that is, because that would be so cool. And to this woman, whoever she is, wherever she is, if she's watching right now, congratulations. We are so psyched for you. Here's to many more. And Courtney, thanks so much to you.
Thanks, Allison.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.